Today on the channel from He-Man and the Masters Universe and the Masterverse line, we've got Jitsu and we've got Sunman.
The spirit of the warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another He-Man and the Masters Universe Masterverse unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we've got Jitsu and we've got Sunman. But remember, for all your He-Man and the Masters Universe needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Big Bad Toy Store. Use the link in the description below. But today, Sunman, Jitsu, two favorites. For some people, maybe. I don't know. We'll see Sunman getting his first regular-sized figure, and Jitsu an old favorite, of course. But, of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. Let's start off with a little Sunman here. A little fresh feeling of Sunman as we've got 3 Sunmen in the Origins line here in 2022. But now we're finally getting different versions here. Like it's like a grown-up Sunman is what this kind of feels like to me. But this is his entrance into the Masterverse line. As we do know, the Sunman universe has been folded into the Masters of the Universe. So let's take a look without any further ado at old Sunman here. Very, very cool. Love those big yellow wings. Got the green and the red. It definitely feels like Sunman, but definitely feels different. It feels like grown up. It almost, in my head, it creates like a story of like, he's like a little kid, like the Origin one, and then he gets the power of the sun and he grows and turns into a big guy. Kind of like Banana Man. You guys ever seen Banana Man back in the day? Oh, what a cartoon that was. But that's what it reminds me of a little bit. Sunman right there, very iconic logo, very cool, very powerful logo. Like that a whole lot. All the accessories, 40th anniversary, Masterverse, 30 points of articulation, of course. The greatest hero of them all, Sunman right there. And then you got the grown-up looking Sunman over here on the side, all the beautiful artwork. Cool artwork on the back. Look at that, flying through the air. Almost looks like an angel of some kind. Got the big cross sell down below. We're unboxing all these on the channel, so make sure you subscribe. And then you got the blurb up top there. Let's see what it says about our old buddy Sunman, the greatest hero of them all. In the world of Trifixia, Prince Sunny harnesses the power of the first sun to transform into Sunman. His magical melanin skin gives him unequaled, unlimited, and special super strength. In his, uh-oh. We got another copyright error here. So it says in his. So they got in his twice. Fight against the wicked ones for fairness and equality throughout the universe. Sun power. So you guys know I love a good blurb, but somebody's got to double check that. You got to get some proofreaders going on here. I'm not sure exactly how that happens, but it did, and twice in so many videos, I guess. There it is, very familiar caramel? Yeah, the caramel background, or maybe the stone background. I don't even know what I'm thinking sometimes. See you later, goodbye. Old Sunman, holy cow, this is quite the deal here. I like this one. There he is in the plastic prison. This is going to be interesting. Of course, like all these Masterverse figures, boy, they're all locked in. They don't want them going anywhere. They don't want them escaping. I get it. I understand it, but it is a little bit of a pain here cutting these guys all out. But I guess we'd rather have it that way than everything floating around loose in the packaging. I get it. I understand it, but there it is. All right, now how am I going to get this out without breaking these wings? That's the million-dollar question. These wings are really something special from what I'm seeing right here. Let's see if we can figure this out. Slide him out the top. There it is. That makes sense. All right. And the weapon, and we're off to the races. See you later. Off to the side. Making a mess as usual here at the table. All right, let's look at all this stuff here. Very cool. We get the slapping hand. I want to say this is the first time we've seen this hand, actually. It's not the traditional slapping hand. It's got a little bit of a curl to it. Got a little bit of bolts and stuff. I'm sure we've probably seen this before, but maybe not. It's a little bit different. And then we do get the fist. And once again, you got the sculpted in kind of bolts on the gloves there. And he does wear gloves, so looks good. Very, very red. We do get his, I want to say iconic. I don't know if that's the right word, but definitely a weapon we've seen with his Origin figures. Just a little bit of difference. Got some sculpt into it, but it is all one red piece of plastic here. So that is his weapon. And then I guess very similar, you do get his iconic shield with the gold, the red, and the green. So we do have that. A lot of the same technology being used on this one. We've seen some of the other ones, but a different front face here. So he does have his shield. Now we get down to the old Sunman figure. And like I said, I like this one. I like this a whole lot better than the Origins one. The Origin one, I think a lot of people agree, and that's kind of been some of the knock on the figure. He just feels a little too kiddie. It just feels a little too kiddish. And I'm not saying these are all kiddie. They're all kids' toys. But it just feels like a little kid against He-Man who looks like a man. Does that make sense? I don't know. But this one feels right. This feels a little bit better. It'll be interesting if we see a lot of reuse on Stratos for these wings. I'd have to think they're going to get the most out of their mold because these wings are very intricate, very detailed. You'd have to think we're going to get these again. So I wouldn't be shocked to see these, of course, in red instead of yellow for Stratos. I just have to believe that is the case. But let's start with these. These things have a nice hinge. They plug into the back. All kinds of movement on them. You can put these wings way up high, way out. Very cool. So you can do really whatever you want with him. You can display him on a flight stand if you needed to. I think that is really, really cool. Then you can, of course, turn them up, have them kind of at the guard position, very like Archangel or Angel, depending on which character you like more, in the Marvel Universe. Very similar. Very, very cool. I love it. I love the hard plastic on these. These aren't going to fall off on you. They're not going to fall apart. Just very, very sturdy. So these wings are a slam dunk that really bring this figure home. Of course, articulation, we'll walk through it here. We won't need to do it for Jitsu. They got the same articulation, but the arms do go around. Does get in the way of this, but you can get them around still. You got a bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows. Here for that all day long. His hands do go back and forth, and then they are removable. Head, all around, all kinds of movement in the head, nothing to get in the way there. Head is removable. You do get the waist hula hoop, and then you get a little bit of the lower waist. It's a little harder to move, but you do get that. He can do Sunman splits, but he is limited by his Sunman skirt. You do get a thigh cut. You do get double jointed pinless knees. Love that. You got a boot cut. You got a twist there as well, and then you get the ankles back and forth. So all the typical Masterverse articulation. I like the colors here. The red, the gold, the green really play against each other, and then the big yellow wings look really good. Got a cool flat top right out of the 80s. Looks like he's in Kid and Play or something. But it's a little bit meaner, darker Sunman. He's got a little bit of a frown on his face. This isn't your happy little kid Sunman from the Origins line. So I like that as well. It does look really good. But man, a good figure. Now, not all of us grew up with Sunman. A lot of us didn't know who Sunman was till just a couple of years ago. But I tell you what, a cool figure is a cool figure, and I do like the looks of this one. And it feels really good in the hand as well. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? And of course he does fit like a glove right there. Might be a little top heavy with those wings. Let's see. No, he stays. There it is. And I did get some of those Sunman figures. This is the first edition one we got in the regular Origins line. There was a very similar one as an exclusive Mattel Creations. I didn't grab that. But I did grab the brand new one from the Pighead 3-pack, the Target exclusive 3-pack. That's a little bit more akin to this. The hairdos are very, very similar between these two. But Sunman all day long. Sunman, quite the year of Sunman. 4 different Sunman figures in the span of a year. That's pretty crazy. We could almost do a top 5 Sunman figures of 2022. I don't think we're going to go that far. But I like this one, but it just looks like a little kid playing dress up to me. Maybe you guys got the same thing where this feels like a true Sunman, a guy ready to take on the world or ready to fight the world. Really, really do like this one. Strongly recommend picking this guy up if you see him in the stores, or go to Big Bad Toy Store, pick him up right now if you need to. All right, well, there's Sunman. Now we turn our attention to an old villain, an old cagey villain from back in the day. We're talking about Jitsu, and of course, Jitsu and Fisto, big-time feud in my child playing days, but let's take a look at Jitsu, see what he's up to, and we know he's up to no good. That's exactly right. Does have his cool sword, nice posed in the package there, 40th anniversary sticker. Jitsu at the bottom, Masterverse, New Eternia, Masterverse up here. On the side, he is the master of martial arts, Jitsu, looking good. On the side, once again, very cool artwork. I always love that artwork with the head in the background and the full figure in the frame. It looks really awesome. And then on the back, very cool artwork once again. Got the big cross cell and we got the blurb. Let's see what it says about our old buddy Jitsu here. Jitsu, the master of martial arts. Rescued from Point Dread prison by Prince Adam to aid in the search for the Isle of Grayskull, Jitsu, the mysterious man from Gratoria, knows more about the legends than anyone in Eternos. Mistrusted as a thief, the master of martial arts shows his true colors, aligning with He-Man in the fight to protect Eternia and the universe. Well, there you go. He joined the side of good. To me, he was a bad guy as a kid, and he feuded with Fisto, but some things have changed, apparently. but looking good. Got old Jitsu. It's funny when you have your childhood thoughts, it's tough to mix those. Like I said in an earlier video, Zodak. I always called him Zodiac, and that's, to my head, I always want to call him Zodiac. See you later, but it's tough. You got to fight it. So there's old Jitsu, looking only like a Jitsu would look. Looking good. No thievery in this version. No thievery. Pull that out. Of course, he is locked in. Once again, gotta get the scissors. Gotta have the scissors on the ready for the Masterverse figures. That is for sure. They're all locked in. As I always say, not a terrible thing. Not a terrible thing. Uh-oh, this hand one's going to be tough. Go around the front. Got to get around it. There it is. Losing things left and right. Uh-oh. Speaking of, see you later. Goodbye. All right, we're off to the side. Let's get down to business. Wipe these away. And let's see what old Jitsu's up. Probably martial arts. That's what he's up to. That's what he's up to. But we do get one extra hand here. I guess we'll call it the karate chop hand. He is a martial artist. He can give that old karate chop. Very cool, but why use this one when you got the main event karate chopper over there? Don't think you need that. He does come with his nice sword, nice orange effect here. You got the orange handle against the orange at the top, and then the gold highlights to really break up the orange there, but not too bad. Not too bad at all, but a very interesting blade. Got a little bit of a tilt to it, as we can see. And then we do get his mask, and you guys know I love face paint. I love masks. Got his nice teethy mask going on. I believe this just slips right over. We'll figure out here in a second. But let's get old Jitsu here. Of course, articulation. We know exactly the articulation on this one. We've seen it before. He does got some interesting stuff. All right. So he does have a vest going on, and the vest is a lot like a lot of the vests we've seen from He-Man and the Masters Universe over the years. It just plugs together, so you can remove it if you really needed to. Mine is not even plugged in on the side. I'm trying to see if I can get it plugged in. It's very tight on him, so it doesn't fit the best, I feel. An interesting head on Jitsu. He's got that crazy hair up there. I don't even know what you call that hairstyle. It's like a braid up top locked in with a gold kind of bracket there. Very, very interesting. Very interesting head sculpt on him. The head has a little bit of side to side, up and down. He's got some sass to him with Jitsu. He can do that side to side sassy face. Very good. But the main event on him is, like I said, was the hand. I don't know if this hand... No, it's not removable. Okay. But he's got a nice gold chopping hand, of course, always compared to Fisto and his big silver fist. But Jitsu does have that hand. He does got the double jointed elbows as well. All the articulation is the same, like I said, with Sunman. But very, very cool. Got a little, like, dragons on the front of his chest piece and got, like, a big old bug on the back. Very ornate. Very samurai-esque, I guess, for lack of better terms. Got some of that samurai kind of armor on the side. I love the golden holster. So if you don't want him carrying his sword, he can at least store it on his side holster. I think that is really cool. Now we do get the forearm guards with him on his left hand. It does protect his knuckles. Looks really good. You got the brown on the inside. Very, very nice. Very nice figure of a deeper cut, I guess. You know, like I always say, you got the main event villains, the Mermans, the Skeletor, the Evil Lins, the Beastmans. Then you got on the other side He-Man, Man-at-Arms, Teela, Orko even, I would say, Battle Cat, Panther. Those are kind of your tippy-top masters guys. And then you get down to other rungs. And I think he's in one of those B or possibly C rung characters, at least to me. He does, of course, have the loincloth because he's trying to be fashionable in Eternia. You got to have a loincloth, and that's what he has right there. It's a nice black one. I got the black boots with the fur on them. Once again, a lot of reuse. That is the name of the game in any Masters of the Universe line. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Let's see here. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% at ringside collectibles. Looking good, old Jitsu there. Now, how does this head, or mask, I should say, I think you got to pull the head off, and we know that does work very easily. You just slide that on. And then you pop this probably on, maybe, and there it is. That's exactly what you do. So you can just pop the head off, pop that in, and then you can have him wearing his face mask there. So, I don't know. I'll probably wear that on him. I love masks. You guys know that, so it'll probably stay that way for me. Of course, we do got another version of him. We got him from the old Classics line. Similar but different, as they say, and that's what that is right there. A little more darker skin tone on the Classics version compared to the lighter skin on the Masterverse. And then I had to bring out my old buddy. I had to bring out old Fisto here. Those two are ready to fight, ready to throw down. They'll never get along. I don't care what universe we're talking. These two are mortal enemies to the death, to the end of times. That's the way I'm calling it right there. But very cool to get Jitsu. Very cool, indeed. And Sunman, man, he stole my heart today. I really like this Sunman. I wasn't anticipating liking this as much as I do. He beats out Jitsu if I had to compare the two, which one I like better. Those wings are truly next level. And like I said, I fully expect Stratos to have these. I can't remember. I've seen the in-package shots of Stratos, and I do see wings, but I'm just not sure if it's those. But I bet dollars to donuts, as they say, it probably is. But Sunman, Jitsu, 2 slam dunks for me. But what say you? You picking these two up? You passing? You playing the long game? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far, you might as well like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. As you guys know, we got videos every single day, and then some, and we'd love to have you a part of them here on the channel. Check out the Patreon for early access to videos, bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, Q&As, you name it, it's all over there at the Patreon, and best of all, you do support the channel. You can also support the channel over at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget to follow along on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Jitsu and Sunman, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.